And then the thing about it with me, where like, I don't like it when people say they suck, or they say they suck with everything. I mean, I'm not a fan of it. If you base your mentality on that, you're just never gonna be good. Like, kiss your dreams goodbye if you stick with that mentality. I mean, if it's a joke, I don't really care, but like, if you really feel that way, then shut up, basically. Here are some facts. You don't need anybody else to tell you that you're good, to know that you're good. Like, the moment you stop looking for recognition from others, to know that, to find out, am I actually good enough for anything, is the moment where you actually get good. Because in a way, like, it'll be a thing where, if you can identify if you're actually getting better or good, then you'll just know. You'll know what you need to get better and to get better. I mean, you do have to think like that, like, really with anything, like, obviously, like, don't be full of yourself, but you gotta have confidence within yourself in some way. It's really hard to explain, but, like, you don't want to be, like, full of yourself and be a dick about it, if you know what I mean. Like, don't, like, push it in people's faces. Like, you can say you're the greatest, I don't really care. Like, good on you, man. I do it all the time. But, like, just don't, like, be a dick about it to the point where it's like, you look down on people. If you know what I mean. Be the best, but be humble at the same time. Say you're the best, but also have good understanding of what's actually good. Don't lie to yourself, like, if somebody else is also really good and you're just like, no, you suck. Like, obviously you can do that for, like, you don't have to say that, but you could say it in your head, but also still give the person respect that they know a thing or two. Be the worst player and the cockiest of all time. Yo, man, look, I mean, I honestly do want to make a video on this, because, like, it has a lot to do with, like, egos and all that. I mean, I don't know about how many of you guys have seen this talk or anything, especially when it comes to Twitter, but, like, you know, there are definitely some people that think having an ego, especially within in a game like this, is a bad thing. But honestly, I think it's a really good thing to have an ego when it's actually a thing where you actually want to get good at the game, you know? Because the thing about people that have egos is that they actually have confidence within themselves. Like, they have clear signs. Like, you don't have to have, like, the biggest ego, obviously, but, like, it's good to have one, because it gives you self-motivation in a way. It could be good or toxic. I mean, either way, it's good self-motivation for you as a player, because, you know, it's only going to push yourself to actually try and be better than somebody else. Because, like, you know, if somebody says, oh, I'm going to beat you, I'm going to, you know, do all this, do this to you in the game and all that, and I'm going to show you how bad you are at the game, then what that person's going to do is that they're going to train hard so they can make their words actually live up to what they just said, you know? Because I mean, bottom line is that they don't want to lose. So, you know, they're going to actually push themselves. And in a way, you actually got to respect that quite a bit. You got to respect that they actually push themselves that hard to actually, you know, want to actually beat someone of some certain caliber. We all live up to egotism. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is fact. Like, we all do. And it's something that's really common when it comes to gaming and all that. You know, some people think it's bad. Some people think it's bad, like, oh, don't have an ego, just play the game and just try and do your best. Like, obviously do your best, but, like, it's not a bad thing to have an ego, you know? Because usually when those people that don't have, like, big egos of wanting to play a game competitively, they're usually the people that literally don't win. And I don't mean that to be rude or anything, but, like, it's kind of true. It is kind of true in that sense. Because I think it's just the thing is that people like that, they're somewhat okay of having not first place, you know? Like, of course they may want first place, but they might not want it as more as the person that actually has the ego, you know? So in some cases, or a lot of cases, they don't push themselves as hard as those types of people. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, it's basically a good thing to have an ego when it comes to actually wanting to get good at a game and actually playing competitively, because, you know, it gives you self-confidence and all that type of stuff. So, you know, if somebody does have one, you know, just know that it's within the game, unless they're actually just a dick and they're just like, I'm going to I'm going to insult your family now. Like, if it's getting to those types of levels, then no, that's not acceptable. Like if it's saying, oh, you're not that, I'm better at you at this game, yeah, get as good as me and all that type of stuff. Like, just know, as long as it's in the video game, you know, obviously don't like make them feel sad or anything. Just know that as long as it's in the video game, you know, it's about the game, about if there's banter behind it, you know, it's okay, you know, it's not that bad. As long as it's not like so insulting that it actually makes the person cry. Or, I mean, maybe not like that, but like if it's insulting where it's like personal, like, oh, I knew your father once, and he did some things with my cousin. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know where this is going. We're trying to talk about egos here, but yeah. Basically, no bullying. Yeah, don't bully. Like, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition and a little bit of trash talk, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. Trash talking's fine. Like, even if, like, I mean, remember the situation where, like, people were talking about why Zero shouldn't call himself a king or something like that? Like, I'm talking about that kind of talk, like...
Have this as my returning present XD.
Appreciate the 21 months, but, like, you know, that's one prime example. It's just that, you know, people would get so triggered because certain person has called themselves a king at the game, or certain person has called themselves great at the game, or amazing, or anything like that. I'm so good, or anything like that. Like, some people just don't like that for whatever reason, but, you know, you gotta respect it, because those types of people are the ones that actually push themselves to actually get better, instead of actually staying at a stagnant level. You know, let people flex. Let people flex. Flexing's a good thing. Like, I do it all the time. And, like, people don't say, like, I'm gonna say people don't say a lot about me because, like, I'm in a position where it's like most of the community knows who I am. Like, so, like, it's kind of a thing where I can honestly say whatever I want as long as it's not too insulting, which is nice. I love that position. But, like, I can say, like, I can say I'm the best, but it's only because I'm in a position where, like, I'm pretty good at the game and everyone knows that, and I have, like, a lot of followers and all that. So that's why people kind of throw that under the rug a little bit compared to someone that doesn't have as many, like, follows or anything like that. I think it's a thing where, like, people think they're not well established enough to even have the audacity to say that, you know? So it's just like, when somebody else says that, it's just like, how dare you? How dare you say something like that, you know? Anyways, thank you for listening to my TED Talks, man. Remember to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, for more motivational speeches like this. You know, maybe I should just turn what I just said into the video, because that basically, like, gets my thoughts out there anyway, so...